On 31st of March 1959, a young man dressed in peasant's clothing had crossed over from Tibet into Arunachal Pradesh and made his way to Tawang. Eight days before that, and 500 kilometers to the north, the People's Liberation Army had marched into his home in Lhasa. Two months and 6 days short of his 25th birthday, the 14th Dalai Lama of Tibet had not just entered India, but began a life to be spent in exile. Following him came thousands upon thousands of his followers, crossing the McMahon line that demarcated land where India ended and Tibet began, an exodus that continues till today. Within 3 months of the Dalai Lama seeking refuge in India, Chinese troops for the first time opened fire at the border, setting off a pattern of border tension between India and China that has continued to simmer even after a full-fledged war of 1962. In September 2020, the government of India for the first time acknowledged the existence of SFF when Nima Tenzin lost his life. 53-year-old Tenzin died near the south bank of Pangong Tso, and his funeral in Leh was a somber ceremony attended by dignitaries from the army as well as from faraway Delhi. The reason was not because Nima Tenzin had been a company commander of the Special Frontier Force of the Indian Army, but because he was a Tibetan refugee in exile in India. And he took up arms against China when he volunteered for the secretive SFF.
Our main aim was to fight against the Chinese. That's why I joined the force. And I'm very sorry to say that I couldn't contribute towards it, because I've come to an age where I was being have been discharged. But now the present people who are serving here in the force, they have been given this opportunity, which is very good. And in fact, I think one of our people lost his life here, but that is nothing compared to what the Indian government is doing for us Tibetans.
64-year-old Tashi Chering has a travel agency in Leh. He was with the SFF and served the army for 32 years before retiring.
When I was discharged from the army, then I opened up a small travel agency here.
He is proud that finally the contribution of Tibetans is being officially acknowledged and that the Vikas regiment of the SFF is no more a secret.
Almost every Tibetan household in Ladakh has at least one son serving in the Special Frontier Force of the Indian Army. Till now, this was a secret force. Not much was known about their actions, but now it seems that everybody knows about the heroism of the SFF, and many veterans say that this tradition of youngsters joining the Indian Army to serve India will continue for many years to come.
On 30th August 2020, when Indian Army launched a special operation to occupy heights along the south bank of Pangong Lake, Nima Tenzin wasn't the only one on patrol. 24-year-old Tenzin Lorden was also out on the front line, and he too was injured in the landmine blast that night.
अभी हमारा बेटा तेंजिन लोंडेन जो त्रिशूल में था, डिप्लॉय में था अभी 3 महीना से पहले, तो 29-30 अगस्त को शाम को इन लोग पेट्रोलिंग के लिए जो ब्लैक टॉप में गया, उस टाइम जो माइन ब्लास्ट हो गया, जो ब्लैक टॉप की जहाँ चाइना पोस्ट की आसपास में हुआ, तो उसकी साथ ही जो एक सूबेदार था उसको ऑन द स्पॉट एक्सपायर हो गया और बेटा इंजरी हो गया।
Yeshi Tenzin too is a former SFF soldier. After serving the army for 22 years, he drives a taxi in Leh nowadays.
मैं आर्मी में सर्विस किया है, 22 ईयर सर्विस किया है सर। मैं रहा है शिमला में रहा, वेस्ट बंगाल में रहा, सिक्किम में रहा, लद्दाख ग्लेशियर, हर चुशुल, पेंगोंग, केरे, ये हनले, सर हर जगह में मैं रहा हूँ सर।
तो LAC पे भी सर्व किए हैं, अपना कुछ एक्सपीरियंस अगर बताएं।
जी 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 जी, मैं भी बहुत बेटा हूँ, पर उस टाइम तो हमारा टाइम ही ऐसे मतलब कोई तनाव नहीं हुआ।
While India's acknowledgement of the existence of SFF was a message aimed at China, diplomacy has its pullbacks as well. BJP General Secretary Ram Madhav, present at the funeral of the slain SFF soldier of Tibetan origin, tweeted about it and then deleted it.
BJP General Secretary Ram Madhav's presence at the funeral ceremonies for the SFF officer is a mark of respect by the BJP for the contributions of the officer and the SFF. In fact, the highest contribution possible in the battle with China at Chushu.
Definitely, I mean, given the situation, the gentleman agreement in India had with China, and the people in Delhi knows what are those terms, are being clearly violated. You know, if you look at the UN Security Council or any of the United Nations forums, it's being violated in international platforms. So clearly, you know, India should also look and say, Tibet is one issue that India not only has, you know, vested interests, but spiritual connection, historical connection, you know, all these things. Geographically, you know, we are connected, you know, with India, right? India should have, you know, more, what do you call it, clearer and more assertive policy on the issue of Tibet as well.
In 1947, when the British left India, there was no clear line that demarcated the newly independent country and the territory of Tibet to the north. The border crisscrossed the Himalayas from Kashmir in the west and Sikkim and Arunachal Pradesh in the east, and along this 3,488 kilometers can be found sown the seeds of contention between India and China.
And we should always remember, historically, we had only 75 Tibetan foot soldiers patrolling 3,488 kilometers long border. We have only 75. So that much of trust we had with India. Now you have thousands and thousands of Chinese soldiers. Not only they're at the border, they're intruding and they're occupying various places.
Within a week of Indian Army's pushback against the PLA at Pangong So in Ladakh, came the news of 5 young men from Arunachal Pradesh being in custody of the Chinese army. The Global Times newspaper of China branded them as spies.
भाई जो है कि क्लास 9 पास किया है, पास करके लॉकडाउन समय हो गया तो कुछ काम करने के लिए नहीं है, वो जंगल में गया है ना, जंगल में जाके वहाँ में पता नहीं कुछ सामान ढूंढ रहा होगा, कुछ ये जिसे जंगल का एक तो क्या बोलता है, ये क्या बोलता है, ये जारी गुती कुछ लेके यहाँ में बिछने के लिए जंगल गया होगा, तो गया है तो चाइना ले गया।
चाइना वाला ने हमारा लड़का को जासूसी में गिनाया गया है, लेकिन उसी में कोई जासूसी नहीं है। ये हमारा लड़का जो अपना रोज रोटी के लिए, मेहनती के लिए फार कतरों से गया था, तो शिकार के लिए, आंतर के लिए गया था, तो वेकेशन के टाइम और लॉकडाउन के टाइम पर वो अपना मेहनती के लिए गया था, रोज रोटी के लिए गया था है, तो उसी में कोई हमारा बाउंड्री में कोई बाउंड्री ये वॉल नहीं है।
10 days after they went missing, the young men were handed over to the Indian Army in Kibithu, more than 300 kilometers from their village. At their village in Nacho, 38-year-old Tashung Diri is relieved that his brother is back in India.
विश्वास ही नहीं हो रहा था क्योंकि इस टेंशन में, इस माहौल में अभी जैसे LAC पे टेंशन चल रहा है और कोविड-19 का वजह से गवर्नमेंट का हाल खराब है, तो उम्मीद नहीं था कि हमारा बच्चा वापस आ पाएगी कि नहीं पाएगी, गवर्नमेंट साथ देगा कि नहीं देगा।
This isn't the first time that youth from Arunachal Pradesh, which China claims as South Tibet, have gone missing across the border. 21-year-old Togle Singham says he too was taken captive by the People's Liberation Army on 19th of March 2020.
हंटिंग करने जाता था, तो हंटिंग करके वो सब खा लेते हैं, तो वहाँ पे चाइना का फौज आया, तो अचानक से मुझे पकड़ के ले गया, मुझे आंख बंद करके हाथ पैर बंद के सीधा उठा के उसने अपना जगह ले गया।
Togle is a porter and occasionally assists the Indian Army to earn a living. 42-year-old Talin Musur is also a porter. Walking through the woods, clearing the path, cutting the foliage with his dao or a knife is what they have to do to eke out a living. And the army provides them an opportunity to find work.
पोतर में तो एकदम बहुत तकलीफ का बात है, आने के लिए बहुत चढ़ाई उठना पड़ता है, सीढ़ी उठना पड़ता है पहाड़ जगह में जाने के लिए, और रास्ता में जाने के लिए रास्ता भी ठीक नहीं, और इसमें बहुत खतरनाक बड़ा सांप है, और जा के 15 दिन का एक पेट्रोलिंग जाने से कभी कभी भूख से भी वापस घर में वापस आता है, कभी कभी ठंडा से भी मरने वाला, जैसे पहाड़ में बहुत मजबूर में हम लोग आना इसे काम करता है। इंडियन आर्मी का साथ में एकदम बढ़िया से काम करने के लिए जाता है, लेकिन हम लोग का पोतर वाला को कंटिन्यू भी पोतर नहीं करवा रहे हैं, मैंने कभी करवाता है कभी नहीं करवाता है, 6 महीने का सिर्फ हम लोग का पोतर करवाता है।
पोतर में 5 बार जाते जाते अभी भी ये साल में सिर्फ हम पोतर जाने नहीं मिला, नहीं तो हम जाने के लिए किया था, लेकिन ये साल में हम लोग को रिजेक्ट हो गया। वो ये पहाड़ में ऐसे पहाड़ में ना, ऐसे पहाड़ में जाने के लिए हम लोग ये जंगल का रस्सी काट के ना, वहाँ में भी ऐसे घास हो गया ना, ये घास में हमको रस्सी को बनेगा ना, फिर बनने के बाद वो पहाड़ बहुत ऊंचा हो गया ना, इसमें रस्सी को पकड़ के हम लोग नामता भी है, और उठने से भी इसको पकड़ के इसे माल इसे टुकड़ी को बुके बेदी को बुके ना, बेदी को यहाँ में हम लोग इसे बन के बेदी को यहाँ में हम लोग इसे बन के ना, यहाँ में ऐसे अपना से यहाँ से खुद से बन के रस्सी को पकड़ के हम लोग उठता है, तो रस्सी टूट जाएगा, तो रस्सी टूटेगा गिरेगा ना, हम लोग अपना खुद भी जान है, अपना खुद भी मर भी सकता है। हम लोग अरुणाचल में डेवलप कोई भी नहीं है, हम लोग बहुत गरीब हो गए ना, कुछ खाने पीने के लिए तो नहीं है, और बीवी बच्चा को क्या से पलेगा, तो पोतर जाएगा मेरे हम लोग को, फिर पोतर का बोतर पहुँचेगा ना, तासंग जाएगा, नाश हो जाएगा, फिर इसको हम लोग चाइना को फिर डरता है चाइना को, तो क्या करेगा, चाइना को डरने से भी हम पोतर जाना पड़ेगा।
In the middle of August 2020, Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi paid a rare visit to inspect border infrastructure in Tibet. The Chinese media linked it to the tension along the line of actual control, LAC, with India.
习近平在讲话中指出
A few days later, Chinese President Xi Jinping addressed the 7th Central Symposium on Tibet work. He stressed on building a new and modern socialist Tibet to ensure national security and enduring peace and stability, to steadily improve people's lives, maintain a good environment, strengthen border defense and maintain frontier security. A day later, on the intervening night of August 29-30th, about 200 soldiers of the People's Liberation Army of China made an attempt to occupy the strategic heights of Kala Top near the southern bank of Pangong Tso in Ladakh. Acting on intel reports that Beijing was possibly planning an intrusion in the region, the Indian Army mobilized a very special unit to counter China's move. Nima Tenzin died that night on the battlefield, defending India's right to retain its positions along the LAC. And for the first time, India acknowledged the existence of elite SFF, of which Tenzin was a member, a unit raised from Tibetans living in India. 85-year-old Gyamso's memories are hazy these days, slowed by age, but once he gets going, he can recount every detail of his days as a guerrilla soldier. He was once a Khampa soldier who fought the Chinese army that had come and occupied Tibet.
1955 से पहले वहाँ पर लड़ाई किया ना देश में, हमारा देश में, खंबा में। वो जो है वो तो पता नहीं कितना है, मैं 20 साल था उसी टाइम पर। कितना है 55 होगा, ऐसा कुछ होगा, ऐसे था। वहाँ पर लड़ाई किया था, तो फिर तो हम लोग हार गया। हम लोग को चाइना तो आवाज से जो बांग गिरता है, हम लोग को तो उसी को जवाब देने के लिए कुछ है नहीं, हथियार से वो नहीं, कुछ नहीं कर सकता है। फिर ऐसे ऐसे करके हम लोग हार गया। फिर मैं जो है खंबा से जो है लसा को तरह से आया।
Sitting on the steps of his home in Angling village of Ladakh, he recounts how Chinese despised people from Khampa as it was the epicenter of the 1955 revolt. He left Tibet with one of his brothers and came to India in 1959. He could never get in touch with the rest of his family again. India became his home and he was one of the first recruits of the Special Frontier Force in 1962.
ट्रेनिंग भी ऐसा था, गुरेला ट्रेनिंग था हम लोग। पहले तो ये नहीं है ना, ये अंग्रेजी अमेरिका को जो ट्रेनिंग देने वाला, एशिया में जो है गुरेला ट्रेनिंग पास वाला 18 था। वो भाषा तो नहीं जाता है ना, अभी भी मैं इंडिया भाषा तो इतना नहीं आता है ना। इंडिया में मैं CCT 55 से इंडिया में पहुंचा, ऐसे है ना। वो जो है ना, वो अमेरिका को 18 आदमी है, इंस्पेक्टर ट्रेनिंग देने वाला। भाषा नहीं जानता है, लेकिन फिर भी जो है ना, जो उसने सीखा है ना, तब तक वो पूरा नहीं होगा तो तब तक छूट नहीं देता है, वो छोड़ेगा नहीं, ऐसा था।
Gyamso always hoped to go back to Tibet. He thought he would, but after having spent more than a decade in India, he realized that this was not something that would happen overnight. He married another Tibetan refugee and settled down in India.
1973
कहाँ रहते थे, क्या पढ़ाई करते
उस टाइम चौगलन सर में ना, पढ़ाई छोड़ दिया। माँ बाप ने छुट्टी लेके आए ना, फिर हम उधर गया काम करने के लिए खरदोंगला। माँ बाप ने खरदोंगला ले गया काम करने के लिए।
क्या करते?
वो मजदूरी करने के लिए। उस टाइम 9.5 रुपये था, 9 रुपये 50 पैसा।
आपके माँ बाप भी तिब्बत से आए थे?
हाँ जी।
कब आए थे?
1959. Tashi Sering was only 4 years old when he crossed the border holding on to his parents. The year was 1960.
And into Bhutan. From there, it took us about a month to reach the Indian border.
As Tashi grew up, he heard the stories of his homeland and the injustice of having lost it. He wanted to fight for the cause and decided to become a guerrilla warrior.
When I finished my school, I was very interested in doing guerrilla training and going back to Tibet to fight for my country. But that time we volunteered for the guerrilla training in Mustang in Nepal. But after a few years when we were there, it was disbanded because of the pressure of the Chinese or Nepali government. Again, Central Tibetan Administrative, they ordered us to join the SFF force for 6 months training. That was way back in 75. So I joined the SFF force in 1975 in August.
Among the 7,500 Tibetans in Ladakh, there are reportedly around 400 to 500 who are serving in the SFF. There are also about 1,500 veterans who now draw a pension. According to the people here, the SFF had been deployed in theatres of war far removed from the LAC. The Indian Army reportedly deployed the SFF during the 1971 Bangladesh Liberation War as well as in the Kargil operations. But third and fourth generation Tibetan youth born in exile want to join the force because that would mean that one day they would be able to fight for the lost land of their ancestors.
अभी हम ऐसे अगले में ऐसे टिबेटन ग्रुप में ऐसे घूम रहा है ना। 18 साल के बाद हम सिपाही जाएगा, देश के लिए लड़ेगा। जय हिंद इंडिया।
They are the future of Tibetans in exile. The community hopes to keep their dream alive of one day returning to Tibet. The community is now preparing for their upcoming elections to the Central Tibetan Administration, the setup unofficially referred to as the Tibetan Government in Exile.
And historically, India and Tibet had 3,488 long, kilometers. So there was not even a single land border between China and India. It was always between India and Tibet. So after Tibet was lost, Chinese troops moved into Tibet, now all over the border of India and the Five Fingers, including Bhutan and Nepal.
There's no clear demarcation of the Indo-China border. On the other side of the Indian territory is the current Tibet Autonomous Region, where China constantly carries on its larger scheme of assimilating its varied nationalities into a homogeneous whole. Tibetans on this side of the nebulous line wait, and some of them fight back in the service of their second home, India.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.